All right. Oh, that's okay. I copied it from the intro slides. But, I opened the wrong one too, didn't I? Because it's still got the December meeting in it. The January meeting is January 15th, so I didn't change the title. But so January 15th will be our next meeting. I don't know the location yet or the topic, but we always know it's the third Wednesday of every month. So
except this one.
Except for this one, yeah. So tomorrow's the virtual event. So if you haven't signed up for that, you can either use that QR code or go to the VMUG website and sign up through there. So I haven't even looked at the agenda, so I don't remember what they have on there for tomorrow, but Tuesday's pretty good. If you're not part of our Slack workspace, I recommend that you join because we do have a lot of good conversations in there. VMUG and not. So a lot of, yeah. Right. So, and if you have a chance to get that, then and you want to join, just let one of us know and we can get you invited. Just a reminder, VMware Champions. So it's champions.vmware.com. I'm not going to go over what that is, but today, because I typically go over it every meeting, but it will be in the slides, and this is being recorded, so you can always go back and look at it later too. It was also on the intro slides in more detail, but VMUG Advantage. Remember that if you sign up through the end of this year using the code Fort Wayne 19, it will give you 10% off, so you can get it for $180. Just a reminder what that is. It gives you access to discounts on training. It gives you access to 365-day evaluation licenses for pretty much all of VMware's products. It gives you test drive, so you can go test drive some of the products and stuff. And then it gives you a few other things that's listed on the VMUG Advantage site. So if you have any questions about it, hit one of the leaders up. We can talk to you about it. And several of our members use it. So, and we'll be giving 2 of those away tonight. So that's part of our game at the end. So I went the wrong way. Thanks again to thank you to our sponsors for the quarter Q4, which actually is kind of Q4, Q1, because it's next month as well, is covered by that because it's the 3-month. But EGInnovations, I almost forgot to say your name, but so we'll be having them come up here in just a moment and present. And I think that's all I have. Yeah, so that's all I have. So we'll switch over to that. Who's presenting first? All right, so Guy is going to present. And Mike, so it gets recorded.
All right.
Let me switch my screen over. Yeah.
All right. Well, first I want to thank the Fort Wayne VMUG for inviting us to be a sponsor. We're very happy to be here. My name is Guy Gross. I'm the regional sales manager for the Midwest. Nanda, he's director for our presentation. He's going to be doing the demo for the technical section. I'm just going to cover a couple slides. Then Lee is part of our pre-sales organization. He's a senior team between the two of them. They got 25 years with EG. I've been in the software industry for almost 30 years now, and it's unheard of to have people that have been with the same company for that long. So, because you guys know, the longer you're with a company, the more information you have, the more beneficial it is long term. You forget what you don't know. You'll see these green, and that's for the drawing to win the $100 gift card. I know we had originally said it was going to be an Amazon card, but I decided to go with just an American Express, so you can use it for anything you want. Take somebody to dinner, it's a Christmas gift, whatever works best for you guys. And then the shorties, they're in the back. Please take And you put some in there. I think that was housekeeping items. Yep. All right. EGInnovations. All right. Justin does. All right. VM Citrix, but we get capability for the whole entire infrastructure. So the key thing always to me is to get complete visibility across every tier dynamically. I don't read all the slides, but so customers have been with us almost that whole time and continue to do so because we get, you'll see in the demo, what the case is. We have partnerships with VMware. We're at the VMware show every year. When new releases come out, we're on top of it, and our software supports them. And that's just a short list of them. Citrix, for example, we're every one of their Citrix events because they can't afford to have a glitch while they're doing hundreds of demos a day. They depend on EG to proactively tell them if something's going to happen. And so it's been, they have not had a glitch at any one of their events using EG. Next slide on it. Just a close to here. 3 reps, familiar with them. Franciscan, healthcare out of Indianapolis, and a number of others. Next slide, please. You can do the build. Yep. And the message has been, you don't complain about performance. So whoever it is, you try to figure it out. And who's responsible. In the VM team, you got a problem on the list. It's your related issue. And then you're doing the process of elimination and then just trying to determine how many hours does it take you to determine what problem belongs. Who owns it? And you're not fixing it yet. So be able to understand what the problem is and be able to start working on the problem right away versus just trying to determine where the problem is. And when people look at EG, they understand that very quickly. We provide capability to be able to quicker, more be proactive. Understand something's going to happen before it happens. Next slide. Yeah. You can't find is, you know, troubleshooting. You know, start figured out it was a McAfee issue. So before they got to that, so technical guys.
There you go.
So, somewhere else, we show you, and the whole thing that within the demo. Now we can go forward. Go to there. So is trying to isolate where the problem is. You're just trying to figure out where it is, who owns it, when. If it's a call 3 o'clock in the morning, then you got to call somebody else. You got to call somebody else. There, and then you notice it. Well, we to, I'm not going to say something, but so you can start figuring out and keep people up and running. I mean, it's not uncommon. We justify ourselves in less than a month sometimes. Not slowing down.
All right, there you go, guy.
Easy. If you want between, just show, you know, this is for you.
All right, thank you, guy.
Thank you.
Don't get the mic.
I was getting used to it.
Is it working? Okay.
It's recorded.
Good. All right. There you go, guys. Thank you. From where we actually ended the slide deck there. So you can see it's isolate and diagnose. So most of our customers spend time, resource, effort. So we actually minimize that, right? That's the key question. So you guys, you know, you guys want to see what is happening when a problem is, coming up and the user calling and complaining, or if there is a user slowness, right? If the user calls and says, hey, we got slowness, so what the problem is happening. So go through the demonstration now, okay? So what each does, explain to you guys, do that, right? Hey, we got different pieces of the puzzle and the infrastructure. We got application, and all applications are virtualized, running on the hypervisors. Now, when a problem happens, quickly I can find out whether it's coming from the application, the virtualization tier, or it's something going on with the storage or the network. When we see the problem happens is with the network or storage or virtualization, but it's to prove what is happening unless we know what the root cause is, right? So EG quickly detects where the problem is happening, and also the box, it helps you guys not to spend too much of time and effort on your side to identify the problem. Instead, the solution can automatically identify the problem and help you guys to see is the an effect you guys are seeing in the infrastructure. Okay. So to keep this demo very interactive, okay. So from you guys is like, if you have any questions while I'm going through this demo, I'll be very happy to answer those questions. See the screen there, okay, we have views, right? The one which you see there, it's operation bridge or operation center kind of view. So seeing it, hey, we got going on there, a list of problems, but majority of them, if you notice it, it's all effects. We use the coding gear, and which is red. That's what the critical problem is. That's the root cause. Okay. And this orange or yellow, those are the less critical ones, especially the yellow ones which you see there. It's essentially the productive alerts. So, see, like partner, the end user coming and complaining things are slow. So use them as an early warning system. Instead, the solution proactively detects the problem and notifies you. Okay. What you see on the screen, it's all the box pre-configured. So you guys really have to spend too much time in defining what needs to be monitored, what the key challenges. Make sure the threshold, industry standard, and it's fine-tuned so you don't get a lot of false positive alerts, right? So those are built in. It says time and resource here. The reason is so simple. We industry monitoring, performance management for more decade. It's almost like 15 years. We know customer requirements are predominantly on the VM website, virtualization, and Citrix and other applications in the marketplace. So what you see on the screen can be integrated into the workflow. Customers are using ServiceNow, Remedy, integration, SMS. So what workflow you guys are running it, we can help you with these alerts to be a part of that workflow. Okay. And so mobile app. So means is the restriction which I'm going to go through now. You can see it's the mobile app as well. So to be in front of the system 24/7, I can get this through email, and I can and I can see all this information in the mobile app. Okay, I'm going to just take a second here. Any questions so far? What comes in that window? Okay. Application you are monitoring on the virtualization virtualization side, the key challenge is not seeing them from a site-based perspective, right? It's not just being a point to. Would be very happy to see a dozen screen on the big monitors and try to figure out which screen is causing an issue or where the console is showing me the real problem is, right? This situation is always a big headache. So actually simplify that, right? So we have different applications running on the virtualization stack, and we provide you guys an end-to-end service view. What it means is we provide a compilation. So when a user is connecting to an application running on the virtual infrastructure, now let's say the network is causing an issue, you can go start troubleshooting an application or the virtualization for the network issue. We're spending so much time in the problem is not happening at all. So that is where what EG does is it provides you guys the end-to-end service view. Now, in the service view, we want to look at the partner access very quick. Okay, so access, just press a button on this one, right? Okay, cool. So access here, the service view is transaction. So the application running on the virtualization, I'm not just looking at application, I'm not looking at the is shifted completely. No, it's just monitoring, right? This network, it's basic, it's essential, but on top of it, the game players right now is the user experience monitoring. So connecting to an application, banking application, or a shopping application, or application. So what's really going on? Seeing the good response for my partners, clients, or the users, right? So what you're seeing is in this screen, you application, the transaction is successful. It's taking 0.06 seconds, but if you notice what the user is in the application, application, but it's very slow. Seeing this about 13 seconds of response time. Now, this is a transaction view. Imagine website where user sees 13 seconds for transferring money is not going to be happy with that, right? So the system proactively detects it and it shows you the issue. And this is something happening on the transaction side, but which basically providing these transactions, it's looking down. If we go to view here, it will see in an easy way transactions, right? So you see just from the user view, but from administrator perspective, managing the infrastructure, the screen gives them a visibility from an end perspective of the user connecting to the application and making the transaction. And when the transaction is slowing down, if you know, we need subject matter experts, or we don't need somebody who's responsible with the application. No, anyone who's going to look at the screen, even network operation center or help person, some of them are knowledge, but still, there's a major issue here from there. So something is going on. So problem to see what's really happening. And two different views we have gone so far, discovered and configured. The previous view was actually showing up the end-to-end service view. It's discovering it, but it gives you the what it means is a simple scenario which I gave you guys, a banking website. So when it is if your network router or switch is causing the problem and nothing to do with the server or nothing to do with the authentication server or business logic server, it's all network related issue. I want to start troubleshooting the Active Directory server, storefront server, authentication server. No, I get to the network because, like I said in the previous picture, if you notice it, if it's a network issue, it actually shows you the network tier in critical state and the rest of the applications, where the problems are happening, it puts the right state in that particular component. We see having an issue, but we there's a critical problem going on with the virtualization stack, right? Now, the solution can scale very easily, both horizontally and vertically, which essentially means we can monitor applications. The architecture is a very simple architecture. It's a solution. You can access it anywhere, anytime. And what it uses is a standard port for communication, 443, and encryption built in AES and advanced encryption security, SSL 128-bit. Now, what is really going on with this particular virtualization, tier is good, right? You see in green color. So what it means is from where it's good. So actually start looking into the metrics right now since it's green in color. But you go to the system that's yellow. So it means it's still proactive. Now, typically you can see the solution solve this, and it is pinpointing you're having an issue, but the issue is still in fact the way in this model, the inside view of virtual servers, it is showing, hey, we have a bunch of virtual servers running there, but one of the virtual servers is having an issue, and coming up on the virtual CPU utilization side. It's a very simple scenario. It can be a disk, it can be a memory, it can be, user slots. It can be on the virtualization. But you get a view like this. So it's not just the hypervisor monitoring. It's also every virtual server on top of it, and also applications are working within the virtual server. You were talking about, a capacity management solution. And it can tell you, hey, you are talking about 7 virtual servers, but is still data points. You can have a 3 on this hypervisor. It's got resource to it. It can give you a report where it says, we got to add more resource to it on the hypervisor to get it going. So whether it's a capacity management, whether it's a performance monitoring, whether it's sensing, what you want to do virtualization. I forgot one more thing, the proactive monitoring. This show, slow down performance there. So when we see this alert and click, we got a problem with the virtual server and virtual server, and that's where we are collecting the metrics at all. The reason is because we don't want to have gaps in the monitoring, right? When you see different tiers, especially if you don't monitor the network, if you don't monitor the virtualization storage, when a problem happens, it's a finger pointing game there. When the network team says it's a storage issue, storage says it's a virtualization issue, we don't want that. So we actually help you guys by pinpointing precisely what's going on, and will send you details. So instead of sending you a piece of information, they're saying, hey, your virtual server is having an ICPU usage, go figure it. No. It actually sends you information and it gives you the details of what is causing it, right? Which is key for us to troubleshoot. Please.
Are you getting that through API calls, or are you having an agent run on each of the individual VMs?
Good question. This is through API.
Okay.
In running the individual agents on the virtual servers, you have Microsoft SQL database running on it, right? So not just monitoring the process will help you. You got to see what queries are getting executed on the SQL server, which was a blocking application. Typically, JP Morgan Chase is our customer, Citi is our customer. So they need to know if application is slowing down, not just troubleshooting from a business transaction monitoring perspective, but also from the database side, what queries getting executed. What execution plan on the SQL, right? And users blocking the queries, executing the queries. So these are really critical metrics on the database side. So software running on the virtual server to get you guys this level of detailed information on the virtual server.
So my database team could then use that to help develop as well.
Exactly. List, right? You see a problem, it gives you you can to the database for see what's going on in the database. So 360-degree visibility is key. We see in the marketplace where it talks about one technology in a very deep dive way, but the key challenge is user is not seeing that way, right? For the user, when he's accessing application or a service, the service delivered to the user. That's what he cares about, right? He's not going to really interested in knowing how the network is, responding, the storage is performing. No, for in this I'm trying to do a balance transfer, and if I'm trying to do that, I would like to get quick response. Application, Epic, Sooner, scripts is one of our customer. So the application, when they have this intensive images, right? EMR images. If it's taking time to look, the physicians really want to know what is causing it. So the first thing they do, they call upon the administrators complaining virtual desktop is slow or servers are slow. So for administrator, giving them a visibility what's going on within the virtual server to this detail helps them to reduce the mean time to repair. That's key. Any questions?
In this example you're showing here, you're showing high CPU usage. What if you have something that you're expecting high CPU usage on? Is there a way to whitelist that out and say, don't warn me about this?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Is it
Jeremy?
Yep. Perfect. Yes. So just these are going to be the known issues. Where, this process is a resource-intensive process. So you want to get notified when this. So obviously you can add that to the maintenance list where it actually still monitors it, but it will not notify you. So we, we call it as false positives, right? If we know, we don't want to really waste a whole cycle of effort to start troubleshooting those problems. So you can definitely do that. And the second thing is the intelligence built into the system. What it does is this causes a spike and then it goes away. It's not consistently going to run on the server, take up the resource for a period of time, right? So that's not something you want to get an outlet for. Hey, we know when I reboot the server, some of these background processes are going to take up resource and then it goes away. So I get a time for this. It's a waste of time, right? So the system has got alarm policies built in where it understands, hey, these are something which we have to immediately notify. administrator, these are something we got to see a window size, like, wait for 2 or 3 times for it to consistently happen and then notify the guy. So that way it reduces a lot of the alerts. Customers, like, they have close to 3 million metrics collected in the system. One of the challenges they see with the monitoring data is it's not the data is collected in the system, but the amount of alerts it generates, right? So close to 600 alerts every day, the guy started receiving it, and he started, to a separate folder. Nobody is going to look at it. It. In the infrastructure is, if you notice it, this really defines where you need to focus and leave the rest of it green. Makes sense? So if we are collecting 500,000 metrics there, we don't want to really put the administrator in a spot, go, analyze all those, and then you have 200 alerts to work. No, we just keep it simple. Where the problem is, notify. Where the effects are, notify. So they know clearly where to start troubleshooting the issue.
Ron, do we have another question over here?
Yes, please.
So what happens if you have a breach? Does the system tell you you have a breach?
Which one? I'm sorry. Can you repeat
A user gets a virus, or network gets infected with your system.
As long as detail about the virus or about this, information comes through an SNMP, like for network, it is the interface we connect to. So if we can look at it, if you have a scanning software, like a program which runs on the server, we can monitor the program, we can alert you proactively, hey, there's some of these, running, and the TCP connections on it, right? Connections on the server for application. Now, this is essentially, it is about maybe connections during the peak times, but because of memory leak or a virus, the connection suddenly spikes from 200, 300 and go on. The TCP connections, the port getting opened up on the application. What EG does is, that's an anomaly there. It's not a standard behavior. So the system will detect it, it will send you an alert, hey, your number of connections for this application usually is 52. That's what we call it as a baselining. So when it's happening, it also baselines critical metrics. So it finds working the baseline, right? It automatically sends an alert. So if you go to the system, start looking at the thresholds and fine-tuning it. The system will do baselining and it will alert you even before it becomes to a critical state. Any other question, guys? Okay, so we're not focusing just on the metrics, right? What we want to focus on the information. So if we're collecting thousands of metrics here, our focus is just simplifying all this and put in a window where it helps you to quickly make the decision, right? So if you do coding, imagine if I have this kind of representation here, all I see is a list of alerts, no clue where to start. So we simplify this, stating, if you have a bunch of issues here, what you need to focus on is on the one which is at the very top of the list and red in color. Focus on the administrator, right? So we have a management team. For them, the CPU, memory, network, disk, those good information, but it's not key for them. For them, performance of this infrastructure is, right? So dashboards are like, the holy grail. So they look at all this information in a dashboard view. So we can also have the solution to represent the monitoring information in a dashboard dashboard view. You can set a custom dashboard view, and it's very easy to set. We have templates built in. So with the help of templates, you can add your own metrics. You can, file it into the dashboard, so you can have your own view. It's that simple. And once you have a dashboard created based on your interest, you can even publish that dashboard. So it's not just monitoring, trend analysis, correlation. It's also representing the data points, the metrics what we are collecting in the dashboard. And we have reports built in. It's part of the monitoring. It's virtualization to predominantly the information on the virtual dashboards. So you can see we have virtual dashboards built in, readily available in the system. We also have user experience dashboard built in the system. So this is the user experience dashboard where you can see any particular user performances. So what application they're accessing. If it's a Citrix, it's a Citrix. If it's a Java, it's a Java-based application. If it's a .NET, then it's a .NET-based application. So the application they're accessing. If it's a cloud desktop, so we actually go connect the metrics and show where the problem is coming up on the user side. Say, for an instance, if the user is connecting through a very poor network, right? If it's a network problem, you have to keep arguing with the user saying that the problem is on there, and you can just simply look at this dashboard and publish the dashboard. If you want to share the details, you can even send them the link so they can see their own performance. Knowing that the network is causing an issue and it's on their end rather than the data center issue.
You mentioned Java. Can you communicate inside of the Java JVM and grab metrics from inside?
Absolutely. The collection, memory usage, heap memory usage, not heap memory usage, and then so this is built on Java. So we can go to the level of the program code, stating which level of code is causing an issue. It's like with the customers, and then we start going down to the FWVMUG customers, right? So some of the applications are running in Java-based technology. So see which line of code is causing an issue for the developers to quickly fix the problem. So .NET is CLI. So we can monitor both .NET and Java very deep, and we can show them what is really going on with the different transactions and also the duration of the different transactions. So key to understand what's going on with different users connecting to the infrastructure. The piece which is critical for the administrator and for the management team is the reporter, right? Monitoring. I've seen customers where they syndrome. They use application and they forget or forget this as think of it as, hey, it's kind of like normal behavior, right? So you had this problem last week, last month, you have data to go back and analyze what's happened with the user session, right? So we store data. We don't have any restriction on the data storage. You can have unlimited data on the data storage. We'll give you the sizing on the disk, everything. With such data storage, you to see where the problems are happening, even if the user is not complaining in real time. You can go in history, track the performance, track where the issue happened, and then notice what's causing the issue as well. So, a couple of quick reports here. see reports, they look into the static page, right? And okay, so can I make it more interactive, more dynamic, kind of like, can I make this data more useful? So when I click on it, I can see what's going on. With the report, it's no longer just a static pages. You click on every single data point and it will give you details of what you guys are seeing. So the first report or dashboard, what we see here is the user experience. What's going on with the logon duration when the user is connecting to the application. It is taking for the user to connect to the application. And it gives you a trend over a period of time. And it also gives you the logon breakdown where it is, like they're spending most of the time. And then what you notice is like two different data sets, right? So if you notice right here, it shows you the capacity users are logging into the application. And when the user is increasing, it is also increasing the slowness on the user end. So you can see both the total logons versus the slow logons. So you see, let's say two users are logging into the server, and second slowness, but if you see 20 users logging into the application and the slowness is about 2 seconds, it makes a big difference there to understand from two metrics. Is this correlated? Is the load causing the issue? When more users connecting to the application, is it causing the slowness? You can see all that in one graph. And then application launch duration, like I said, the total logon versus slow logon, the same way, total versus slow launches on the application. So data points here is talking about the sessions, right? Users are connecting an application and taking up a lot of bandwidth on the connection. What is the CPU memory used by the user session? And you can absolutely see their usernames on the side. So Success provides you the username there. So very simple. The more user-friendly now, it gives you in one single report details you're looking for a troubleshooting. Easily go and email this report, or if I want to just take a quick print of this, I can do that as well. So it's completely easy. Reports here, which can help you to get some of the real-time and the historical data from the monitoring infrastructure. So three simple words. One is the reach, right? So physical servers, desktops, laptops, in the infrastructure. The reach is key. We don't want to see a gap. So when a user is connecting and it goes through an F5 load balancer and it's a storefront or Active Directory and then a delivery controller and then your application servers, virtualization, storage, you got to monitor each and every tier. So the reach is key. I don't have a gap. Let's say if I monitor the load balancer, and if it's a problem right there, in addition to monitoring rest of the infrastructure, if I don't monitor the F5, I can't really point out where the problem is. It will still be a, finger pointing effort, not pinpointing effort. So we provide that reach. We support 200 plus applications. Like I said, Java, .NET, APM, Cloud, AWS, Azure. And then the depth. Every single technology, if you notice it, I can go deep into the virtualization to each and every application. It gives you very in-depth metrics on each and every application there, including the network devices. And P2 troubleshoot the problem, right? Just look at the screen and, just wondering where am I going to start troubleshooting the issue, right? So it's key. key, and that's where this alerts window comes in. 4 to 6 hours to identify the root cause and to understand what's really causing it. EG will minimize that drastically. So the 80% of the time where you're trying to find out what the problem is happening in the infrastructure, EG can help you there. And the 20% of the time where you try to fix the problem makes it much more easier with this solution by identifying the problem. All right, any questions, guys? From my side, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, I'll be here too. Yes, sir?
Not related to presentation, but related to EG. On your SaaS offering, it only retains for 42 days. Where did that number come from?
Come on, magic 42.
It's configurable.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jack Robinson, come on.
All right, so Ryan pointed out some of this is agent-based. You said it's a SaaS solution, so these metrics are being stored by you somewhere?
That's a good question, good point. So the solution supports both on-prem and cloud model. When we can have the solution hosted in a cloud, we can host the solution in your cloud. So if you're spinning up a cloud server, in Azure or AWS, you can just install this is a piece of software, so it can be installed very easily on the cloud. And the same way on-premise as well. If you want to run it on-premise, we can also put it on on-premise.
How do you license it? By endpoint, by lock-in?
We have different licensing approach models. We license based on user, based on server. To talk about licensing, but for us, mostly focus is your configuration. We recommend the right approach. So, for instance, if you're running, let's say, 20 virtual servers on the hypervisor, right? First, it's one license for the hypervisor, which monitors the hypervisor, and also the 20 virtual servers you're running on top of it. So that's the server model we are talking about. Let's say Citrix or a virtual desktop. Okay. Number of users, if it is more cost effective. So we'll go with the number of users there. So the solution supports user-based licensing as well as the server-based licensing.
Just to clarify the one thing, when he said one hypervisor, 20 VMs, we don't price the VMs, just the hypervisor, one license.
Users or seats, like actual amount of, say a factory has, people coming.
Concurrent users. So if you're getting a license from VMware, right?
Okay.
Concurrent users. So 500 concurrent users, it's 500. Not sessions. Okay, let's be clear.
Okay.
You might have 3 sessions. We don't count per session. It's per user. Yes, sir.
So I saw a slide there where you seem to be global, you operate with companies around the world. So if I pick your SaaS model, can I pick where my data is at?
Yeah, absolutely. For a cloud offering, so depending on the region, we'll put the closest server.
Okay. And then I guess more close to licensing. So I work in an industry that's very boom or bust. There's going to be months that I need a lot of capacity and some months where I don't need so much. So is your licensing...
Retail. Seasons.
Yeah. So I guess my question is your licensing, is your product scalable with you?
Absolutely.
Normally in cases like that, we figure out what is your average norm. Say it's 500, whatever. But during that 3 months of the holidays after, November 1st, then it bumps up another 300. So we take that into consideration on the pricing. And then we'll do a true up. It was 800, but January, start out 900. We'll figure out what.
I can tell you one thing. Guys, very creative. When it comes to pricing, I've never seen. Get this working, so pricing is very creative. What's been, really very interesting, and it's my pleasure. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your patience, and thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Did everyone get a chance to fill out the green cards? I just collect them. Just,
Oh, yeah. I didn't know one.
There you go.
All right. We'll do it and we'll something else.
I'll draw my name, I'll put it back in. How's that?
You'll light us right.
No, it's mine.
last month, your own name. David. Yeah.
Congratulations, David.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Sure, not here, but at our December meeting last year. Oh, about half, maybe a little more. So we're going to play a game. I'm going to put it in quotes. So have they played the elephant game, like the gift exchange game? So a twist on that. So that game is basically you have a gift, and everybody, they get a gift and they can steal a gift or whatever. When you came in,
Get one of these?
they didn't get one. The leaders all get one.
You did now. Did you get one?
No. So, because I got the gifts, so. Some of those. Did, so, you know.
The perfect one, right?
Exactly.
That's on the report.
So lots of different things in there. There's Switch, there's RC cars, there's well, Nintendo Switch, by the way, not just a Switch. Switch. It's not a Nintendo Switch. We have 2 Advantage memberships. There's there's which I don't know if if everybody's ever heard of the Shark Jack, but it's really cool. Kind of scary in and of itself. but I'm not going to go over what it is because I don't quite understand it. It scares me. No. There's, TV sticks. Yeah, so lots of stuff. So, because it may fool you. We had one that looked and weighed about an Xbox One. It was not an Xbox One. It was and it had so, that's the order you go in to go up and pick your gift to start with. So 2 different times, and you'll roll these dice. What you roll will determine what you do. And I meant to put that up on the screen to make it a little easier, but get rid of that. Okay. So you see the number 9 and 5 are unwrapped or roll again. It's up unless yours is already unwrapped. If it's unwrapped, then you roll again. So that you probably end up with the same gift that you started with. So keep that in mind as well. You might, I don't know, it's just all about the roll of dice, right? The thing with this routine is it's supposed to be played in a circle. So, because you see, switch with the person on your right, well, you're the same table. It's always going to be the same, it's meant to be more of a bigger circle.
Why don't we by numbers? First on the right would be 19, I'll circle back around to 1.
I thought about that. The problem with that is that makes it kind of chaotic, because
Yeah, right.
somewhat chaotic. So, I mean, do we want to try to get a big circle, or do you guys have any idea? We're IT people, so we can figure this out, right?
It's 15 different ways to do it.
15 ways of doing it. The inside tables that need to squeeze up.
We got plenty of room up here.
Yeah, I was like, make a circle.
If you don't have a table around you, so.
Here's table. Floor.
What?
Who's got number 1 on the bottom?
You choice. No, you go last. No, I'm trying. So, EG, who was in here last year, we I don't want to get to you, but
Next quarter. Next quarter.
again this year, so we have to get them. I just haven't had time the last few weeks to make it happen, but so this will be on the back of the shirts and all that. So it will probably be Devon's design on the front of the shirt. So if you design the Indy that we've got, that's the coasters. If you didn't get a coaster, they're really cool, and then the stickers. So if you the coaster is a coaster.
I also live in Ohio, so I'll be sure not to put it on there, and we'll put it in.
And Justin and so we'll leave him off, but yeah, he's been messaging us. I can't send him the Zoom link.
Number
2. So,
This was like, come on.
We keep going. We keep going this pace. We're gonna be here all night.
Whiter, who's number 3?
Number 4. Do we,
Quickest DMV ever.
6.
Water isn't bad.
Don't show.
Like the swimmer line, right?
And if you get a peek,
That'll be the last thing.
We're gonna say, this is the ones David wrote.
bags.
It's not first, so it's something that goes one end.
Battery.
Yeah.
So if one of the guys wins, we're gonna play Mario Kart and not,
I
right?
like the 112.
No.
Wait, wait.
One darn.
Is that recorded?
Yeah, that's my wrapping. It's multiple pieces and multiple types.
I will not open it, just keep it.
Sorry. 15, all right. And 17. All right.
If I'm right over there, grab me one, because I don't feel like trying to get out of this mess.
Are you 18?
Yeah.
All right.
That's like 30.
Oh, there you go. Someone just grabbed it. That's much easier. You told me to grab one, right? Ah, it works.
Leaves me. For me.
All right. Okay, I'll give you one.
What about that one?
No. Actually, I probably won't. You can start because they're next to you.
Oh.
So
To the right. That was quick. Everyone does have a gift now.
All right.
Everyone starts.
light. So there's 3 lights in there that you can use. One's a Millennium Falcon. There's, I think, a BB-8. I don't remember what the other one is. John. Or with anyone. So you
And it doesn't.
or you can switch it with anybody else. If you want, you know what it is.
He said something about that.
Do we roll once or twice? Does the freeze last year, right?
Yeah. You first do get.
Right choice. One of those RC cars.
I don't know. Might be bowls of water.
Somebody.
I would literally do that. Just grab
You would be able to roll again. When you so you can see what it actually is. So let's just, yeah, that end with your right hand. See what's in there. Stick it in.
Shipping label.
And there's some miscellaneous things in there, I believe. So this is
right, Jeremy.
Number 6. This is a gift.
Let's do 10.
All right.
RC car. So that's the car, the truck. Now, and what's so here 35 an hour. Austin, your roll.
Thank you, sir.
10.
Switch. Sir, right here. It's fine. Yeah. Six. To the
It's kind of anticlimactic.
Used to the
number 4. Switch with the person on your right.
Yeah, no one likes it.
Definitely a great package. Like, you know, you
Six.
for
6. Gift.
Thank you.
Here's my paper.
Yeah.
Open. The pieces of no, not renegade. Umbrellas, yes. They're cool, fold up and set it down. Yeah. What do we get? 10. Switch on your left. Yep. Making it everywhere, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Just switch.
My fault.
Okay, 4.
Oh.
1.
Sure.
Why not?
Want to switch it here?
Mike? Number 9. Okay. Matchup of gifts.
It's not a teddy bear like I thought it was.
Small switch. Yeah. What fits? Yes. Yeah.
Fusion Pro.
Yukon shirt and yeah. All right. Who's next?
Roll again.
That one. That is one of the tricks.
Am I allowed to take this to work?
They have a resume generating event. Sorry, I'm busy talking. 6.
Thank you.
Can't take it away.
Bobby on record, yes.
All wondering.
VMware station and a wireless charger. Yeah, I know every one of them. Done right. I don't remember. Mule sauce. This. So they make hot sauce too. They call it mule sauce.
All right. Next one around.
Oh, wow.
That's
I can't. Six. I know. Really?
not ready.
Oh, yeah, 8.
Wow.
Come on, hey.
9.
Yeah, well,
Someone's gonna do it.
That's the one. All right, Austin, what do we get?
someone else to unwrap their gift.
Who do you want to unwrap other than you?
You, yeah. Yeah. Seven.
Pick someone else to unwrap.
You got the target. Ben. Go on the other side of the room.
Yeah, so that came in. It's a BB spherical ball.
Three.
Anyone, just
You got that awesome umbrella back there. She went so deep.
the on your right. Search first on your yep. There you go. All right.
Give it to my wife.
8, 3. Switch with anyone, just you. Switch with anybody you want. Right.
Hello. lovely umbrella. You a Star Wars fan? No.
Someone in here who's not a Star Wars.
Yeah, I was like. I need to watch the Mandalorian. It is very good.
It is. Yep.
Friday night.
Here, I'll bet.
I was so.
No,
It's super light. Early. So have someone watch.
It's a short. It's a 1 year VMUG
too, but you know. So I think it's like,
Pins and stickers.
yeah,
That's it. Okay.
you're just.
Well, I just want to make sure it didn't seem like I was hiding something.
So somewhere, you know.
I don't want to know what it is if that's not half.
All right. Well, we got.
There's a hat. It's on
There should be something in that water bottle. I can't remember.
Like rock cup.
Xbox Live here too. Patience.
But do you,
This is what I get.
the person on your left, just you.
You're on again.
He wants the next kid to come. Thank you. Here to come down.
Just put it home, it's okay. Good there. And switch with the person on your left.
There you go. Thank you. 4.
Switch with the person on your right.
It means those people. Yeah.
5.
5. Unwrap your gift or roll again.
It's been already unwrapped, so.
Then roll again.
Roll again.
8.
Pass it to the left.
I'm gonna wind up with what I started.
I don't.
And
I have 2. But I have a smart TV with my Christmas tree. There you go. I'll figure something.
I switch with you. So, you
Do not.
be done.
Yeah, I really feel.
What? Something to do till wrapped.
Well, just make a decree of the president. Everybody on.
Go on,
Did you want to come up?
Okay.
At least we had guys. 11.
Water bottles.
It does.
Welcome to
9 right your gift.
Another die.
Another die. Yeah.
Pick someone else to unwrap their gift. John.
John has the.
It's a
You don't have to see a shark guy?
Oh, it is the other
Shark.
I know, I'm saying.
Ooh, 7.
wrap. It's enough.
How long have you been trying to get rid of them though?
I've had just had a couple months. I haven't brought it.
Beach towel, shirt, and we're fixing broke.
Wow.
I already have, I don't know, 6 copies of you, so.
Right, you know what, the matching number is 7.
I'm like,
And the switch.
oh, yeah.
I'm just going.
Easy come, easy go.
It's fine. I think that's a switch. It's working.
I'm gonna have to roll again.
I say.
One pass to the right. To the right.
Oh. Yeah. I told you. Somebody else. This is my box. Let's see what it is. I've been going on with this long. There it is. All right.
Oh, freezers, freezers anyone.
Yankees won. The game.
Like a Game Boy, but like 7.
Fix it. Three left on right. Yep.
What's the second one you got? Go bring it right. One more.
It's enough.
Yeah, I know.
Just do it in the basement where there are no windows, so you'll be fine.
Switch on your left.
Everybody.
Switch versus pass. That is 8.
8.
Every direction. Back to me. Switch down. I was saying, I think it's a video. Yeah, subliminal message. Try something new in the new year. Yeah, 5 on Raptor, I guess.
All right, right again.
7. Take someone else to unwrap.
There's-
Unwrap it. We're ready.
This hasn't been.
Yeah.
That's the
Not the only one.
anymore.
All right, someone else then. Oh, you got the lights on, huh? Yeah, it's good.
Roll.
Four.
On your right.
Oh, I got my, all right, yeah. Oh, great. 6.
And because it's from Ryan, but Everybody's unwrapped. 7, 10. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Want to be done? I know it doesn't want to be done. Time or not? We'll detail on that out soon. Thank you, EG, for sponsoring again.
Thank you.
Am I missing anything else? Attend the whole thing, you can come and go. So there's lots to do there. So.
Oh, there's unopened gift brand.
Did you?
Don't forget to grab it on the way out.
Yeah.
Does anyone not have Workstation Pro?
Oh, that's a good.
I tried it for
Are you gonna give me Fusion Pro?
Come on, I can give it to some Mac.
Give it to Mac guy. I already have it.
Thank you so much. You're the best.